Tasha, I'm on my way home. I'll arrive in a few hours. Oh, and I'm really craving spaghetti bolognese. Prepare it just the way I like it.
Dad, I can't believe this is the first thing you will say to me in weeks. You traveled 2 weeks ago without so much as a heads up. I texted and called you, but you ignored them all. I saw all the posts you made on social media. I know you've been with Cindy all this time.
I wasn't trying to hide the fact that I was with her. Do I need your permission before I can spend time with my girlfriend? I'm your father. I tell you what to do, not the other way around. Why do you have a problem with me and Cindy?
I don't. I'm just saying you didn't have to ignore me. Did you even know how worried I was? I doubt that. You know, it's really sad that you don't care about me. I wish I could get a little fraction of the affection you show Cindy.
Oh boy, thought you said you were never gonna bring this up again. I don't care about all this right now. Just get back home in time and do what I told you. I don't want it scalding hot like the last time, okay?
I'm at work. You know that. I won't be able to get home in time to cook.
That's one of the lamest excuses I've ever heard in my life. You're being too chatty today, Tasha. Let me guess. This is because I've been away for a while, right? Have you forgotten who's the head of the house? I don't care about your silly job. Prepare my meal, or there will be hell to pay.
God, you don't care about my job? You keep downplaying my job. You make it seem like I have a horrible profession. I'm the manager of a tech company, for crying out loud. It's my job that funds your lifestyle. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't stand a chance with Cindy. You know that.
You would have been in my good books if you had studied medicine, but nah, you chose to be as stubborn as your mother.
That's a sensitive topic, Dad. Can we stop now?
No! You know, sometimes I really wish she'd taken you along when she fled the house. I wouldn't have had to be stuck with you.
I am not doing this with you this evening. I have to go back to work.
What? Get back here, Tasha. You better cook before I get home or you'll pay dearly for defying me. Tasha! Let this be the last time I'll give you instructions and you'll disobey me. It must never happen again.
Is this still about yesterday? I did tell you I wouldn't be able to cook, but I made up for it by ordering in. You refused to eat it.
Why on earth would I eat food prepared by strangers? Why would I do that when I have a daughter who's perfectly capable of cooking? You know I like my food home cooked. Yet you gave me that rubbish to eat last night. How do you even think sometimes? Jeez. Anyway, there's a more pressing matter that we need to discuss. I think we've got a problem.
Okay. What is that?
I've been trying to make withdrawals from your account, but it's not going through. Do you know why?
No, I don't. Maybe it's just an error from the bank? What do you need money for, though?
Cindy's birthday is in a few days, and I have to get her a present. There's this pretty necklace I saw at the mall down the street. It would fit her perfectly.
What? Everything they sell there is pretty expensive.
Okay, what are you driving at?
Dad, how can you use my money to buy gifts for your girlfriend? How is that right?
I'm your father, so everything you own is mine as well. After all, you live under my roof. I don't have time to listen to you whine. Cindy's birthday's in a few days, and I need that money ASAP. Try getting some cash on your way home. I don't think I can wait for the bank error to be fixed.
Wow, I can see how much you care about Cindy. I'm your flesh and blood, and all you do is take my money and insult me? Ever since I made you a signatory to my account, you've been spending even more than I do. You've never bought gifts for me, not once. Yet you're about to take my money to buy something for Cindy? That really hurts.
Get yourself a man to buy you gifts. Oops, I forgot. You look just like your mom. No one's gonna stay with someone with that kind of face for long.
What? That's a cruel thing to say. I'm not sure how long I can take this anymore.
Let's just focus on the more important issue at hand. How are we gonna fix this bank problem? I need the gift properly wrapped and prepared before her birthday.
The bank will resolve it when they choose to.
Huh? No way I'm waiting that long. Go there tomorrow and get the issue resolved, okay? Tasha, are you there? You lied to me. It was never a bank issue. You revoked my access to your account. What were you thinking?
Yes, I removed you as a signatory to my account. Ever since I added you, all you did was abuse the privilege. It hurts so much to see you using my money just to have fun. I stay up late at night just to complete my tasks. I put in so much effort into my work. Anyway, you're no longer a signatory.
This is one of your dry jokes, right?
I am afraid not.
Wow. You know what? You and I will be going to the bank tomorrow, and you'll correct this grievous mistake of yours. You have a duty to me. After your mother left, I took care of you. I made so many sacrifices for you.
Yes, and you have made my life a living hell as a result. Besides, I began taking care of myself since I turned 16.
Just like you should have done. I made you strong. I raised you into the woman that you are now. You wouldn't have made it without me.
I got to where I am now without your support, Dad. I took care of all my college bills.
I didn't chat you up to discuss all this, okay? It's Cindy's birthday, and seeing as I don't have access to your money, how do I give her a good treat? Anyway, I thought of something else to make her day a special one.
I really don't care, Dad.
You should. You'll be having dinner at the house. I want a 3-course meal. You'll prepare a grilled steak. She loves them. Also make baked potatoes, and then finish off with the strawberry brownies for dessert.
What? How am I gonna do all this by tonight?
Don't ask me. You're the one who revoked my access to your account. We could have dined at a fancy restaurant instead, you know. Now the house will be our restaurant, and you'll serve us just as instructed. You call your friends to assist if you have to.
Dad, I'm at work right now and I would come home late. I'm already extremely stressed. I won't be able to do all that. And stop using the signatory thing as an excuse. It was only a matter of time before I did it. I remember clearly that I didn't even want to add you at first. You forced me to.
Tasha, this is your one chance to make me happy. Don't blow it. If you do well tonight, I'll forgive everything else. I promise. And when we return from the bank tomorrow, I'll get you a present. So, get to work, okay? I'll send you a list of songs soon so you can prepare a playlist. It would help set up the ambiance. Ciao. I'm sure you feel better about yourself after the fiasco you caused last night. What on earth were you thinking?
I caused? How was any of that my fault?
Shush. You know how hurt Cindy was last night? She could barely sleep, and she cried for hours.
I could barely sleep either after you kicked me out of the house because of her.
Don't blame Cindy for this. Everything that happened last night was your fault.
Dad, I clearly told you I wouldn't be able to cook, but you refused to understand. I started having severe headache even before I got home. As soon as I did, I fell asleep on the couch. Your knock woke me up. Also, Cindy had no right insulting me or ordering me around.
So that's why you chose to be rude to her? That's why you chose to fight her?
She hit me. All I did was defend myself. You stood back and watched that woman slap your daughter multiple times. You didn't even move an inch. But the moment I retaliated, you grabbed the frying pan and hit me.
You deserved it. Cindy was only teaching you a lesson.
You're right. I probably deserve it. I should have seen you for who you are a long time ago. You've never cared about me. You know, I kept hoping that someday you will be the dad I have always desired, but now I know it's never going to happen.
Stop all this, okay? You're blowing everything out of proportion. We'll talk about all this later, okay? For now, let's fix this bank issue. We need to go to the bank right now. What motel are you staying at? Let me come pick you up.
Dad, you don't get it. I am done being that naive, nice girl you hit with a frying pan. My motel is none of your business. The same goes for the money in my account. You're not touching it ever again. You kicked me out of your house for good last night, and nothing will make me come back.
You're still pissed about last night? I get it, but don't make rash decisions, okay? You'll end up regretting them. I promise we'll talk about this later. Let's just go to the bank and get this done with.
I have to get back to my computer now. Goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye? Hold on, girl. I'm not done talking to you. Tasha! This has gone on long enough, Tasha. It's time for you to come home. You're being childish. It's gotta stop.
I'm home already, Dad.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
I've moved into my place. Of course, I wasn't going to stay at that motel forever.
That wasn't necessary. Come back home right now, girl. I believed you were just sulking, but I can see it's getting out of hand. If you return home right now, I'll forgive you for everything and we'll move past this. You won't even have to add me as your signatory anymore. So, come home, we're family, and we belong together. Can't you see I'm ready to put my anger aside because of you? Stop being so stubborn.
Me? Stubborn? Now that's rich. You're broke, right? That's why you want me to come home so badly? It's not happening. And stop speaking to me about forgiveness, Dad. I am done doing that. You've never cared about me. You only care about the things I have to offer. You also keep punishing me for Mom's crimes. She left because you were hurting her with your inactions. You made her pay all the bills. The mistake she made was not leaving you. It was not taking me along. You really hurt me, Dad. Worse than any other person in this world. Have you forgotten how you sold off my car without asking me? You didn't even give me a cent of the money you got from it. Now, why would I want to come and live with you? You've been feeding off me like a parasite and I'm sick and tired of it. Go and be with your lovely Cindy. I hope you both will be happy together.
Whoa, you sound just like your mother. I really didn't see this coming. You really think so highly of yourself because you have a job? The same thing your mom did. No worries, I'll get money and show you just how useless you are to me. Sasha, are you busy right now? Can I talk to you for a moment?
I'm busy, Dad. What is it?
See, I know I messed up, okay? Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Wow, just wow. You're seeking forgiveness. That's new.
I'm serious. I made a big mistake and I'm sorry. I should have never hit you that night and I should have never kicked you out. I thought if I pretended to care, you will return, but I was wrong. Since you left, my life has taken a downward spiral. I'm wretched. That stupid Cindy dumped me afterward. I feel so ashamed to say this, but I need you. Please, Tasha, come back to me. I promise to do better as a father.
It's sad, you know? You're only here begging because you're broke and you need money. You and I both know that you've learned no lesson and you cannot change. I should have left that house long ago, but I was scared of being on my own. I thought I needed you as a guide and father, but you only took advantage of me. Thank you for kicking me out because that's the only way I was forced to face my fears. And I've been happy ever since. I'm finally free from you and your toxicity, so let me be. You deserve everything that's happening to you.
Please, Tasha, I'm sorry, baby. I'm your father. Take pity on me. Tasha!
Afterwards, Dad tried reaching out to me across all platforms, and he even came to my place of work multiple times. I had to threaten him with the authorities, and that was when he kept his distance. Last I heard, he was working as a dishwasher so he could earn a living. He definitely deserved it. As for me, I've never been happier. My job is going great, and I found love too.
My love, I know you won't like this. Mom's here.
What did she come for this time?
I'm not sure. Does she ever have a good reason for coming around?
I'm so sick of her barging into our home whenever she likes.
Breathe, my love. I'll take care of this, okay?
That would be so awesome. But are you sure you will be able to make her leave?
I'll make sure she leaves today. Of course, I'm always the one making her leave each time she comes around.
Each one of those times I was standing right behind you and giving you moral support.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what you think it does, which is that you have a soft spot for your mom.
But it doesn't mean that I let her do anything she wants.
I know, and that's one of the reasons I adore you, my darling. You stand up to her to protect our marriage and our home. But your resolve weakens whenever she gets sad and looks like she's on the brink of one of her fake tears.
How am I supposed to know it's a fake tear? It looks pretty real to me.
And that's a weapon she knows she can use to get her way. But whenever I'm around, that doesn't work.
Oh, I think I understand now. You're a woman, so you can't fall for another woman's antics.
It's not really about that. She's not my mom. She's yours. You have an emotional attachment to her that I don't have. So I can act more logically than you can when it comes to her.
You're right, I'm her only son, and ever since Dad passed away a decade ago, she became so reliant on me.
Reliant is a kind word. Try obsessed. She'll practically make you her new husband if she could. The only difference is that you'll sleep in separate rooms.
I wish I could argue that what you just said isn't true, but I know you're correct. Her attachment to me made me so uncomfortable that I chose to attend college in a faraway state so I could get away from her. Yet, I always felt guilty about running away from her like that, so I came home every summer holiday to spend time with her. I think the major mistake I made was settling down in a place that's an hour's train ride away from her. We should have settled down in a place much farther away from here. I'm pretty sure she would have hardly come over. And whenever she wants to, she would have to tell us first, or we would invite her.
Hey, it's not your fault. You did your best to establish boundaries since your college days. But she's ignoring all of them.
Exactly. She's my mom. I love her, but she's frustrating me. I got a good job in the city. Was I supposed to turn it down because of her?
Absolutely not. Honestly, her visits wouldn't have bothered me if she wasn't so... I'm struggling to find a word that isn't rude or offensive. If she were nice and easygoing, we wouldn't have a problem with her coming whenever she wants to. But then, 9 out of 10 times, she comes around unannounced and uninvited, and proceeds to nitpick on how we run our own home.
She's always been like that with me. She wants me to do things the way she likes.
You're a grown man, not a child. You shouldn't have to bend to her wishes. Neither of us have to. She even claims that I don't take care of you, as if I were living with a 2-year-old. Whichever way I look at it, it's clear that she wants you to herself.
I love when you say that.
Never, honey. You belong with me.
I hope you've been settling into Texas well.
It's been nice. I'm adjusting and I've started work. I don't want to stay out of town longer than I have to.
Don't worry about that. Just focus and do a good job. I'll get Mom to leave the house long before you return.
I trust you. Kisses. I miss you so much, honey. I think I'm going to cry.
Why would you cry? Is something going on?
It's so hot here and I just feel so homesick. You're my home, you know?
I'm close to blushing. I really am.
Now, that's a sight I'd love to see.
Did you hear about the kidnapping at the park?
There was a kidnapping at the park? That's awful. What happened?
They woke up.
Hold on a second. Was that a joke?
Yes, here's another one. Why did the bicycle fall over?
I know this one. Because it was too tired.
You don't want to cry anymore, right?
No, I don't want to. Thanks for cheering me up.
That's what I'm here for. Focus on finishing your work well. My arms miss holding you.
Aw, sure. Everything is okay with you, right?
Oh yes, everything is control.
That was too bright. Is there something going on that you're not telling me?
Well, it's not a big deal.
Tell me.
Mom hasn't left yet. She's still around and has been making herself at home in her son's home, which she considers hers too by extension.
Uh-oh. What did you do? How could you let her stay in my absence?
I'm so sorry. You're right. I wasn't tough enough to make her leave. She got all teary-eyed and I softened.
I'm not blaming you. At least, I'm trying not to. She's your mother and you care about her. But she really has to leave today. I'm so terrified that if she stays there one more night, she will make herself a permanent fixture, and that will be a nightmare.
She can't stay permanently. She only came with a few things.
Harvey?
Sorry, honey.
Thank you. Your mom may not stay permanently after tonight, but she'll strongly start thinking about it, and asking her to leave would be even tougher. She might even create a huge scene.
That is true. I have an idea.
Go ahead.
I want to tell her that I'm traveling for work, but instead I'll rent a hotel for the night. What do you think?
That plan will take both of you out of the house.
At least she'll be out. She won't stay here without me. I won't let her even if she wants to. And she doesn't know I'm returning tomorrow.
If that's the only way, go ahead and do it. It's a good plan.
Thank you.
I'm just sad that we have to resort to methods like this because of your mother. It's uncomfortable and costs money.
It does. Downside of having a mom who doesn't know boundaries. I'll put the plan in motion now.
Okay, catch you later.
I returned from my son's home yesterday evening after a 2-day visit. You weren't there.
Yes, I'm out of town for a few weeks. It's for a big contract for an interior designing project.
Where are you exactly?
Dallas, Texas.
That's pretty far away. Who are you with?
The design team.
What are you working on?
A set of apartments.
So you've been out of town for a few weeks.
That's what I said early on.
Don't you dare get smart with me. If I ask you a question, answer me.
I wasn't trying to get smart with you, ma'am. I was clarifying what I already said.
Whatever. When will you return?
In a week or thereabout.
You cannot say when specifically?
I can't.
Why not? Are you messing with me right now?
Interior designing can tend to be unpredictable. We have a time frame to finish everything, but sometimes we finish later if something comes up.
I know you're betting on something coming up.
No, I'm not. Why would you say so?
You want to spend more time with your lovers. Yes, I know what you've been up to. A woman like you has no value for a man like my son. All you do is hop from one man to the next.
Do you have any evidence of what you're talking about?
What do I need evidence for? I don't need it when it's staring me in the face already. You traveled as far as Texas to meet up with your lovers, and you're covering up with your useless work.
I don't deserve these insults you're hurling at me. Please stop.
I will not stop speaking the truth. My son might view you through rose-colored glasses, but I'm not him. I'm his mother, and I'll protect him from you. I will not let some cheap whore maltreat him and make him unhappy.
I can see that you didn't stop by to check on my well-being.
Why would I care about your well-being? You're nothing to me.
I see.
In fact, you're worth less than the dust beneath my feet.
Interesting.
You're like an insect not worth my time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, my love, how are you feeling?
Much better. It's lunch break now. I went out to eat at that restaurant I like that's close to my office.
Good. Do you still feel nauseous?
Not really. The nausea is subsiding.
Thank God. Soon the morning sickness will be a thing of the past.
Absolutely. This is the part of the first trimester of pregnancy that sucks.
Yeah, if only you hadn't gotten sick on Saturday when Mom came around. We could have kept her in the dark longer about your pregnancy.
She was bound to find out anyway. I'm glad it's out. We hid the news for nearly 2 months. We did well.
I was fuming so hard when she arrived at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Who comes to someone's home at 8 a.m. on any Saturday, uninvited?
Your mother. She nearly ruined the romantic day that we planned to have.
Can't believe that she came with ingredients to make my special food. I hardly enjoy that meal.
Why then did she want to make it for you all of a sudden?
2 nights before that Saturday, she mentioned to me over the phone that she missed having the meal. Then I asked her to make it. I didn't mention anything about me craving the meal. Next thing I know, she's over at my house at an unholy hour trying to make the meal she wants in my home and tagging it my special food.
It's okay, honey. Just breathe. Don't let her get to you.
I tried my best that day to be diplomatic instead of outrightly saying, leave my home. You saw how I suggested places for her to go.
I was there. I saw.
I suggested the water park, Zumba classes, and the golf course. She said none of those places appealed to her. Can you imagine that she brightly smiled at me and said she only wanted to be where I am?
I don't have to imagine. I was there.
Woman, I don't want to be where you are. I just want to be with my wife in privacy. I wish I'd told her like this in blunt words.
You didn't want to hurt her feelings.
Unfortunately, you got sick and had to throw up in the bathroom. Mom got suspicious, so we told her the truth that we're expecting.
She got so mad. I thought she'd be happy. It's her grandchild, after all. She may not like me, but the baby is innocent.
Yeah, she said that at 28 years old, I'm still a baby and too young to be a father.
That part pissed me off so much.
And she said worse things about you. How dare she say the baby you're carrying isn't mine? I lost it after hearing that. I ordered her out of our home.
She saw your thunderous expression and left quickly. Thank you for standing up for me that way.
You are my wife. Of course I'll do that. Have your lunch now. I'll go have mine.
You. It's your fault that my son is giving me the silent treatment. You're an old woman of 33 years old who seduced my baby, and now you're trying to tear our relationship apart. I won't let you. You have no self-respect. You're cheap and you're using my son's youth. Everything about you is trash.
Harvey wouldn't like it if he knew that you were talking to me like this.
The only way Harvey would know is if you open your big mouth and tell him. Even now, you want to hide behind my son instead of facing me squarely, woman to woman. All you do is run to my poor baby for cover instead of facing your fights.
Okay, I've had it with you. Harvey ended up with an old woman like me because of you. He scared off all the younger girls Harvey used to date. He was emotionally distraught and nearly went down the playboy lane to protect his heart. but I showed up and I stood my ground against you.
You're lying. I believe none of what you said. I know that you'll be returning from your maternity leave in a few days. Don't bother returning to my son's house because it's my house now, and you're not welcome. If you dare to show your face here, I'll make your life a living hell, so you better not return.
Good day to you too. What do you mean by Harvey's house being your house now?
It's exactly what I said. I moved in, and I already made some big changes.
You know the passcode to the house?
Of course. Or do you think I'm stupid? All those times it was just me and Harvey at home? I took note of it when he keyed it in. About those changes I made? You'll hate them, LOL. I redecorated the bedrooms, especially the one you shared with my son. I've taken out all of your things from there, so it's just his things remaining.
What did you do to my things?
That's a fun question. I sold everything, so there's nothing for you to return to. Selling your stuff fetched good money that helped my redecorating endeavor.
No.
Yes, girl. You and that bastard son of yours will not live in this house with me and my son. Once I talk some sense into Harvey, he'll see things my way.
How dare you call Harvey's son a bastard? I can arrange for a DNA test to prove you wrong.
I don't care about a DNA test. Remain in your parents' house that you ran to when the time arrived for you to give birth. You also took my son with you and forced him into an extended leave from work that he didn't want.
Harvey works remotely. His company granted him permission to do so for 3 months.
I don't care. Your days of controlling my son are over. Sweetie, why are you not coming home? I've been waiting.
I stopped by a few days ago and picked up the things I needed, then I left.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming? I must have stepped out. Where did you go?
I have a wife and a child. They're my family. Wherever they are is where I'll be.
Why are you talking like this? I'm your family, the real one. Your home is with me. Come home.
No, Mom, I won't. You hijacked my home, discarded my wife's things, and turned the place upside down? How can I bear to live in a place like that anymore?
It's your home, and I made it better.
I didn't ask you to. Why can't you let me live my life, and why do you treat my family badly? I'm sick of you intruding into my affairs. I have 2 older sisters, and you have 2 daughters beside me. You never bother about them. Channel some of the energy you direct at me at them. They might appreciate it. As for me, I feel so suffocated.
Please, don't say that. You're my whole world.
Find another world.
What is this? Why are my things outside and the door lock has changed?
Oh, is that so?
Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly what's going on.
Okay, let's say I do. It changes nothing. What's done is done.
What's that supposed to mean?
I would expect that since you hijacked someone else's home, you'd change the passcode at least. Why didn't you?
My baby could have had a change of heart and come back unexpectedly when I'm out of the house. I didn't want him stranded. Now explain to me exactly what's going on.
We sold that house. You better take your things and leave quickly, or else security might show up and throw you out.
This is unbelievable. Harvey would never do that to me. Where is he staying?
We got another place that we are never telling you about.
Oh no, I have nowhere else to go. I ended my rental contract in my old house before moving in here. Harvey has to help me. You'll ask him to help me, right? Right? Please?
Harvey couldn't stand to see his mother stranded, so he sent her money to get a new place. She kept calling him continuously and crying that she missed him so much. In those calls, she hurled heavy insults at me and the baby that angered Harvey. The anger gave him the strength he needed to cut her out of his life completely. He still sends some upkeep money, but there's no communication between them at all. As for our family, we are happy and enjoying peace.